Bangladesh is in Hindustan, correct?
No, no. Bangladesh is a
No,
Muslim
where is
country.
it?
Actually, this is a
It's where?
okay. It's an Asian country. Maybe you have heard about uh, India, Pakistan, Myanmar, Nepal.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
this.
Okay, Bangladesh is its own country. My bad, I stand corrected. I don't know why I thought Bangladesh was inside of India.
Yeah,
Bangladesh is its own country. My bad. I
then.
had to look it up right quick.
Okay. Actually, it's a country.
Okay.
Okay? It's not a part of any state.
All right, I see that. Right under Bhutan and what is that? It's next to Myanmar and Nepal.
Myanmar, yeah. India, Pakistan, Myanmar
Okay.
is our neighbor country. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So what language do you speak?
Basically, my native language is Bengali. I speak Bangla to communicate with other students. If I talk about in school and college, everywhere I speak Bengali. However, if I just need to talk about with different people, for example, you're from a different country and I'm from a different country, just for communicating purposes, we speak other language. That's English. Yeah.
How long did it take you to learn English? Or have you been learning it your entire life?
Mm, for me, actually, I started learning it since 2021, especially in COVID-19 time. So that time I did not go to school, so I had the free time, and in that time I just started my journey. Yeah, that's all. And nowadays some people
So
irregular. Yeah,
like 4 or 5 years ago, so like 4 or 5 years ago, you just started speaking English. You speak really well.
yeah, thank you. Especially
So how
nowadays,
long would it take before?
yeah.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I'm not a serious learner right now because I have been focusing on other things, trying to enhance my other skills. Additionally, I was focusing on my studies, so that's where I can progress. I think in 2021, I'm pretty too, I was serious about improving myself. But nowadays, I think I have become lazy and I don't work on it.
Okay, how long would it take an English speaker to learn your guys' language?
I think it depends on the person. For me, it takes around 6 months to improve myself because there's no one else exactly guides me to improve myself, and I didn't know where to start, what is the right process to speak. So it was like a long journey for me. And additionally, one thing, especially one problem I faced a lot, that is I had no partner to practice with. So that's why whenever just I try to make a conversation with somebody and try to talk with different people from all over the world, for me, due to not having the good communication skills, it was really impracticable for me to communicate. So I think that if I had the convincing power, so I could easily grab attention to someone, I could easily convince them and made friends and could improve myself a lot.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What do you do for work?
Okay, so basically at present I'm a student and recently I have completed my IHS examination and now I'm just waiting for to admit in the university. Right now I'm just doing nothing. I'm just trying to improve myself a little bit that I lose my speaking skills due to not practicing around 2 years. So I want to get back my skills and
What do you study in university? What are you
um,
gonna study in university?
I'm not studying in university right now. I'm waiting for to admit.
No, I'm saying when you get in. When you get in. When you get in, I'm saying when you get in university, what are you gonna study?
Um, Maybe I'm gonna study about business because especially I like too much business kind of partner because in my country I saw that there's most of the people around 99% people are just studying for getting a job. And if I talk about the competition for getting a job, it's really tough to find. Even if you have a good qualifications, you are very good learner, and plus you have just your excellence in education. But it's really tough to compete with the competitors because most of them are just trying to get a job over here. And for me, I think if I can start a business for my own, maybe I can earn a lot from there. Additionally, I can use my skills over here. I have There's no one else exactly can tell me when and how to work. I will be my own boss on my business. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, you can also learn by just jumping out there and doing it too. What kind of business do you want to run?
Yeah, and in the online market, there's a lot of business I think will come in the future because now we're just in the development of the era. So I think in the future there's a lot of business will be created, and I'm interested in online business, and that's will be trending in the future. And in recent times, I saw a lot of business like before they was doing very well, but in the development of the year, so they just lose their profit. Right now, they cannot compete with the competitors. So, like as I'm a learner, always I'm willing to learn. So, I think my business will be something that's learning related. I will learn all the time, and I will just apply the whatever I have learned.
Yeah, that's what my businesses are too. It's all about education.
Yeah.
I teach actually. I write books and write shows, and I teach. I give consultations on trust law, religion, spirituality, mythology, real estate. I teach on all of those things. Actually, I was teaching on TikTok until they banned it today. I had a lot of followers on TikTok. I got like 13,000 followers on TikTok. I go live every day, be a bunch of people on there, and I get clients off of there, and I would have consultations about everything. Getting trust. Do you guys have trust over there? I mean, trust is a worldwide thing. So I was teaching trust, adverse possession, gaining properties without having to go to the bank. Like I said, religion, mythology. I got a bunch of books over here in my house. I just study all day, and then I come up here and I share with people what I've learned and things that have made my life easier. That's what's been keeping me afloat over the last since COVID happened. Actually, I got time to invest in myself. You know, learn things that they didn't teach us in school. I don't know how Bangladesh is, but in America, they purposely miseducate us in from kindergarten to 12th grade. They purposely miseducate us and then expect us to get information on our own once we get out of the school system or deal with what they told us. And if you regurgitate your miseducation, you'll be a poor person out here. You'll be one of the people that doesn't know stuff. So it's up to us to learn new things once we get out of school because the things they taught us were to keep us enslaved, if that makes sense, right? It's a game. It's a weird game that's played in America, but it's like it's not even a black versus white thing. There's no such thing as racism like people really think. It's a game about people who know things against people who don't know things. In America, either you know how to run a business or you know how to work for somebody who runs a business. Those are the only two things out here. That's all you have. And it's what's crazy is this. In America, there's a saying where people have heard you need a degree to work for the business owner, but you don't need a degree to own the business. Because out here, higher education sometimes is a waste of people's time and getting them in debt. And they just call it higher education. There's plenty of people in America who don't have college degrees and they're billionaires. You see what I'm saying? Because they just started running business and they started learning things and getting true information outside of the school system. Again, I don't know how Bangladesh is, but our school system is not for anybody to be intelligent at all. It's not set up for anybody to be intelligent, except for people who need to be like surgeons, psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, and stuff like that. The school system is okay for that, but if you want to run a business out here, college won't teach you anything but how to care about the bottom line. It won't teach you anything about market research and how to deal with human beings actually and consumerism. It'll teach you only care about your bottom line. So it's iffy. I think you can still learn certain things from school, but I know out here working jobs is where you get a lot of your information versus going to school, right? If you wanted to start your own clothing company, then you should go work for a clothing company and figure out how they run that company instead of going to school to get a business degree to open a clothing company. You can still work for the clothing company for 5 years instead of going to college for 5 years and figure out everything they do there and then go in your own clothing company. So that's kind of how it is in America, or it should be, but most people haven't picked up on that.
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is not only happening in America, but also I think it's happening all over the world. Especially if I talk about in my country, like as a middle school from business background student, I can realize is that like how just spending our just wasting our time. This is even useless. Like if I just talk about my subject, whatever I have learned, from the books around 10 years. I think I could not find any like uses of whatever I have learned in my like for the books. So I think it's really useless. But if I talk about the business, so whatever I will learn from today, I will be able to use it from the next day. So in studying, it never happens, and you don't know that one things that you have learned from the books is it will be you will get a place to use it in the future or not. So that's where I think in your country there are a lot of billionaires are studying home teaching, like we're just teaching like some subject that's like that's actually perfect for like doing their career. Like as far as I have heard from the Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, they are just studying. They are children by themselves. They are not teaching to the students or to any school or college because they understand that things that this is very useless. It will just waste their time, not any other things. So that's why I believe that this is really useless. And actually, I read a lot of books to get a business idea, but there's no books exactly saying that how to start a business. All the time it keeps me that how to work on other business, but I do not get any idea how to start a business. So that's the thing. And there's no one else that simply wants to share their own strategy, how do they grow their business. They just want to share their success story. They never share their like if a businessman creating business, they never share the story. What types of mistakes they did in their business, and why they are unsuccessful. They never share. It's always their success story, and sometimes it motivates us, but when it comes in the real time we become frustrated in it because we don't know where to start. If we know that like if I do things and that can make me frustrated, so if I can understand that area, maybe I'm not going to that area, but every single person has a path in this time and area. So that's why it's taking a lot of time to become a businessman or to do something properly.
Yep. It's all about learning, but learning and relearning and doing it. You got to get practical with this information that we learn. So, good luck to you, brother. I'm gonna get out of here. I followed you. Give me a follow back. I'll be on here until TikTok is reinstated. I think they're reinstated soon. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna try to teach for a little bit. I'm gonna reset my life. Good luck to you in your journey. Hope you are successful in all the things you want to do in your businesses and learning. And yeah, peace and love to you.
Okay, thank you so much. It was a really amazing conversation with you. And additionally, it was thanks for your valuable time. I have learned a lot of things from your side. Have a great day. All the best.